Well, that sounds super wonderful.
Wearing socks, and I'm like, how is that possible?
Alright, well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of Immutable Dimensions. So I know we had a session last week, but because we had to skip a week, we're doing the back-to-back, weekly sessions just to kind of get ourselves back on track. After this, we will be going back to the bi-weekly sessions just to keep everyone sane, mainly me, with everything that's going on and stuff and things. So let's do what we normally do, and we'll go through the screens and see how everyone's doing. We'll start off with the as always, super sexy Assassin Mocha. Assassin, how you been, bud? How you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be here and not having internet connection this time. The weather has calmed its nuts down a little bit, so it's not a complete sweat fest. And the child is now fully mobile, so she crawls right past my wife to get to me, so that also feels good.
Oh boy, that's
Wow.
all right. That's gonna cause some shit. All right, moving on to the super sexy Sovereign. Savi BB, how you been?
Good, man. Good. Busy still editing videos, going camping here on the weekend, but things are good.
Good, all right. Glad to hear it. Moving on to the magically delicious Lucky Charms. Lucky, how you been?
Same.
Awesome.
Pain. Yeah. Pain. Suffering. Same. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Okay, cool. Yep, that's right. Hold up your thumbs. It's fine. Don't let the existential grid kick in. All right, moving on to Nin. Nin, how you been?
I've been good. I got rear-ended on my way home from work before the episode, so that happened about 45 minutes ago.
How bad?
Eva, I love Assassin's face of this. She's just what? Just
We're gonna have fun stories tomorrow.
Yep. So that's
Or
how
we
my
could-
day's been.
Or we could tell it now.
Yeah, what?
I was sitting at a stoplight, and the guy behind me decided I needed to go. So
Oh fuck.
that's all it was. The light
How-
turned green, and he said I needed to go.
How-
And I
You gotta
didn't
go.
even have time to find the pedal.
You gotta go now. All right. Well, shit. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Fuck that guy. All right, moving on to the not so lil shins. What's up, buddy? How you?
Well, since I'm not so here, no, it's been a really good week so far. Been enjoying it. Can't complain. Work, back, ready to play.
All right, very nice.
And I'm probably a lot quieter because I switched headsets. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Audio quality is better. You don't sound like you're, sitting in the porcelain throne, and I can turn you up, and it's clear audio, so we're good. Perfect, beautiful. I appreciate it. Love it. Moving on. Badger Booty, what's good? What's happening?
Everything's the same. You're not supposed to ask me a different question. I'm okay. A little sleep deprived.
Awesome. This is a super
Wow.
fun intro, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. All right, so
so much.
the moment I've been waiting for, honestly, Shippy. I know you missed our last session, and you were kind of caught up. We put you to sleep, so you got the good sleeps. But how you been in the past month?
I know I told you guys before about my I was like in the process of a divorce. Well, he died. It was the day that we were supposed to play D&D and we had to cancel. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks.
Look at everyone's face. They're like, how the fuck do I react to this?
That's the easiest way out, though.
An intro scourge. There it is.
Oh, this is what I've been waiting. Honestly, the fact that
in black lace robe right now.
We've
This announcement.
we've already spoken about that
Tell me,
at
okay,
length.
You know those robes that they have that are like the furry
Oh, it's real.
like sleeves and stuff, and it's like the Witch Widow robe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those and just tell everybody everything that's happened. What I say, what my first, because I've this is technically my third husband, so we'll just slide past that. But
As
So,
you should.
My first husband was a rat bastard. My second husband, he was gay, and my third husband just died. So
Yeah, so as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, she has a wonderful fucking track record. It's okay, Lucky. You can let it out. She's well aware of this.
it's
How
been an
it
up and
rolled
down.
off the tongue, and I'm
Oh,
like, man,
she's rehearsed this?
You need that bloke, that black robe. God
That bloke!
damn.
You do need that. Yeah, it was, yeah, that was an interesting day. Yeah, so my little message of, hey guys, I need to cancel D&D tonight. It's kind of unavoidable. Now you know.
It's been a whole thing. But life happens, I guess.
And then
I'm
you die.
sorry for
So,
your loss,
yeah.
gain. I'm so sorry. That's awful.
I got nothing. Like, I don't
mean, there
know.
was
It's just
one
like
less.
the ultimate GG. Like, what do we do from here?
Shippy kind of completes the whole thing. We've got dead dads, we've got dead parents, now we got dead husbands. Like, it's just, it's going. Anyways, I'm gonna get canceled for that.
Your hunter.
Oh, no,
Very
really
late.
far enough.
I guess I'm
We're gonna have to like
get everything.
rename the Discord. Like,
The
Dead
wayward,
family.
the
Dead
fucking
society.
wayward souls. It's fine. Oh shit! All right, so
Jesus fuck, dude.
yeah, man, it's
all
been
right.
it's been interesting.
Okay, so Chippy wins. Got it. All right. I've been one upped. Cool.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Your
Just-
story was just the same.
Yeah,
No, you win. I got nothing.
It's not a good
I was half expecting Shippy to be like, same, life is fine. But just
the
kind of
way-
segue into it.
I mean, is it a victory or is it like a?
It's difficult
Uh,
because part of the reason that I left him was because he was a raging alcoholic, and that's what killed him.
Ah.
Quite literally what killed him.
Yeah, on his death certificate, it is alcohol poisoning, alcohol abuse.
poisoning. Yeah.
yeah, that's writing your
It's-
own ticket.
Yeah, it's definitely not great, but it is what it is, and
Now she
can't
gets
really
to
do much
add
about it now.
widow to her resume, so it's fine. All right.
I'm about to do that actually.
Is that another checkbox though?
Part of her bucket list.
How many checkboxes does she get
Just
like,
She's
outlive
got
husband,
3 now.
done.
She's got a rat bastard of a husband, a gay ex-husband, and now a dead one. So
So she gets,
check,
like, all the
check, check.
checkboxes.
Just what's left? French?
Oh shit. All right. All right. Well, thank you everyone for those wonderful introductions. This is outstanding. So, oh fuck, man.
This session was excellent. We can go home now.
Yep. Yeah, no, that was a good one. Fucking well done, everyone. GG's. Okay, so in our last session, last week, we witnessed the Chosen finally taking themselves a nice little long rest. And interesting discussion happened. There was a bunch of little background knowledge going on. Everyone was talking a little bit about their past. They set up watch, went through the night without any problems. And when they awoke, they went about trying to figure out the new bell puzzle that was before them. Much better than the first time they had a bell puzzle, I might add. They solved it fairly quickly. Very simple little, based on the highest where the letter was on the bell, you ring the highest note, go down in order, and the door to the town of Thornhill appeared. After the door appeared, a visage of an old man appeared on the bridge, who gave his name as William, who was reading a little bit from a brochure and was called out by Karma, and hastily put it away and decided to tell them a little bit about what was going on. He apologized to Karma about what was going to happen, told Arme that she would soon find her answers, and gave Killa a key card. What happens with it, we don't know. Shortly after that happened, a little bit of time passed, and William somewhat faded into the ether. We don't know if he left or what happened to him, but we left our chosen there on the bridge, wondering what the fuck just happened. So, we pick up this week in a very dense forest. You'll see Penetrator awake in the back of what seems to be a wooden wagon, barred, covered with tattered cloths, sunlight peeking through, the smell and the sounds of the forest. You can somewhat make out what's going on outside of the wagon. In the wagon, with Penetrator, you see a sleeping Ziva, a sleeping and a sleeping Crag. Hey, you're finally awake. Anyways. About...
I was like, what are these fucks is gonna say it?
It had to be me. It's fine, because my brain did it too, and I was setting the scene. I'm like, that's literally just perfect. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
About 150 to 200 meters behind it, we see Killa, Arme, and Karma keeping an eye on where the wagon is, following from a distance, making sure it's staying within eyesight. The cart is being pulled by nothing. It's just magically moving along down a path that has been formed over countless trips over this terrain. As the three of them are trailing the cart, we will then pass it on to Penetrator, who has been stuck in this exact cart for 7 days. Pen, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and wake up the other two in the cart with me.
3.
3. Yes, 3. Numbers are difficult.
Numbers are hard.
How large is the inside of this cart?
So, for one, it's large enough to contain you and at least 6 other people. So it's fairly large. It's like your own singular little, caravan of sorts, but roughly 20 feet in length and 12 feet tall and about 8 feet wide.
I just wanted to know if I was all like hunched over.
You can actually sit.
Hey, wake up.
You can sit in there comfortably, actually.
All right, then. Yeah. I'm nudging the other 3 people to awaken them.
Crag just snores really loudly and doesn't wake up yet. He's a heavy sleeper.
Alice, am I watch already?
Ooh.
What are you
You'll
talking
get a-
about?
You were supposed to wake me up. Why are we in a cart?
I mean, I've been here for a hot minute, so like, I don't know what the fuck you mean.
Well, I went into trance and I was supposed to take second watch.
Ziva, did he get into the drugs again?
You know, I'm not awake yet. This is not a me problem. You will get a distinct air huff from her nostrils, though. She's starting to settle and wake up.
Well,
Still groggy.
so you found us transport?
That I guess you could call it that, but I haven't really been able to get out.
That Ziva is gonna roll over and kind of look at you like we're stuck, is what you're telling me?
As far as I can tell, yes.
I am going to like fold up my legs and just start meditating.
No.
For clarification, Ziva and Crag, obviously you were all sleeping. You woke up in this cart. No idea how you got there. Penetrator has been here. When he awoke before you, you were all there with him. But he has been in this cart for days.
We've been sleeping for days.
No, you don't know how long you've been sleeping. Pen has
That's
been...
just clarifying.
Yes.
So Crag wakes up very confused and starts yelling and swinging. Doesn't hit anybody, but just really confused. Asking what the fuck is going on here.
We're in a cart.
Well, no shit. How did we get here?
That is a fantastic question.
And I'm assuming you don't have the answer to it.
No, I passed out, fell asleep some point, and yeah, you guys just kind of got in here. So what were you saying about a watch?
We were just at camp under near waterfall across a bridge, and you were supposed to wake me up for the second watch.
What? Why were we at a camp under a waterfall?
Kai sent us to Peristrad? Were you... You were there, you talked to him.
Yeah, nope. Wasn't me.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
You remember when we were fighting in the arena? And that guy,
Zool.
this is in character on purpose.
Fair
I
enough.
do know the name.
I don't know that in character he gave us his name.
He did.
From the beginning. He announced himself.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but point being, yeah, you after he lit everything on fire, he kind of turned around and fucking sent me on my own little journey. So yeah, I woke up in this cart like a hot minute ago. It's been a little difficult to tell time with the tarp on the outside, but yeah.
So the last thing you remember is the arena.
Yeah.
Well,
And
fuck.
that's
Great.
What happened with that though? Like
Who?
I'm really curious.
He teleported out somehow.
Oh, that's lame. What a bitch.
Johnny.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see Ziva sort of unfold from her meditation and look directly at Penetrator. Well, if you don't remember the last... It's been days, right? I'm pretty sure it's been a few days. If you don't remember the last couple days, then who the heck were we hanging out with? And if you've been here for days and we just now got here, how the hell did we get here? Because if you got here because Zool was there, we didn't get here because Zool was there.
Yeah, so things happened on my trip. We can worry about that later, but that's more or less why I'm here.
And
Call
you
it
have-
guidance.
So you can't just get out of the cart?
You
Do
really
you
don't think the
I
Minotaur
would
tried
still be in
bull
here
rushing out of the cart?
if I could get out? And I'm gonna grab and headbutt him.
I, in response to that, am just going to fall backwards, sit back up, put my hand on his shoulder, and just give him guidance. It's alright. He'll figure it out. I cast guidance on him, pretty much, is what I'm saying.
You're good. As this is going on, we will bring it back to Killa, Karma, and Arme. What are you all doing? Well, we know what Karma's doing. He's skipping along.
I'm just kind of like casually listening as best as I can while maintaining the distance that we were having.
You're 200 meters away. You can't really hear much.
Okay, but I could see them moving around.
No, the cart is covered.
Oh, okay, well I didn't know it was covered. I'm
They
gonna maintain-
cannot stay in there forever.
No, that's true. I mean, do you have a plan?
I do not know if opening door will be good idea. What do you think for reason that they are in cabin?
My arm got tired.
Are you done strolling?
Just that's just me the entire time.
Just
I'm doing. I'd have to fuck up my whole camera to make that thing a self green screen in Discord, but that's what's behind me right now.
What is your opinion, Karma? Karma.
I'm gonna take out my notebook. I'm gonna draw a penis.
We are on mission, Karma.
You're right. We should all have a penis. And I give a copy to Killa, and I draw another one, and I give another one to Lucky, and I draw one for myself, and I put it in my pocket.
Maybe we use penis to advantage. We use with the penis. We go and we give them the penis.
It does really well for some members of this party.
But just handing penis, not good for Penetrator. His is bigger anyways. So instead, I think maybe we need to... The Penetrator has been in there for a while. We need to let them out and he's going to know. The others, they do not know how long they've been there. So they're going to be easy enough to convince. How do we convince Minotaur that he has been not locked in there for days?
We can slowly turn him crazy by giving everybody else in the party a picture of the penis that Karma just drew and not Penetrator and make him like self-doubt.
We could gaslight him?
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work.
I don't
What
know,
is
my-
gaslight? No move.
It's when you God, I don't want to be the one defining this on the internet for posterity. I am literally going to look up a definition and pretend Karma just do it. It is a type of lamp in which an incandescent mantle is heated by a jet of burning gas.
So do you have
So-
lamp?
Turn
No,
them into
it's when you mess with somebody's head into questioning their own sanity or their own powers of reasoning. So we'll make it seem like we could potentially just make it seem like it's been business as usual for everyone. and that whatever he's experienced is just crazy. Just doesn't match up with anything any of us.
I guess so. Our story match up. We woke up a little while ago and have been walking for our legs needed stretching, and Penn was asleep when we did it, and he did not get out, and we weren't there to hear it.
Yeah, he got knocked out somehow and has just been asleep for a long time.
Did you knock out him?
Me?
Yeah, no, different reason.
Yeah, I don't know. You knocked
He was
him out?
walking by cliff and rock fell from cliff and hit head.
How do you get to the cliff?
No, he was just walking by cliff, like walking around, or like oh, you talk about cliff person? No, cliff rock.
Let's do simpler. Let's do something more along the lines that he got hit by some people who wanted to come and hit him from behind for vengeance, but we warded off. And he has been in there recovering, and he is now better and stronger.
He's gonna want to know. What do we?
While
Before we
you
leave
are
in cart, go ahead.
while you are planning and walking along and trying to come up with this ridiculous plan, go back, Ziva, Crag, and Penn. What are you guys doing?
I would like to pull the tarp aside for a second and try to get out, if possible.
Well, you can reach your fingers through and try to get a little grip on the tarp, but it's not budging.
Is there what looks to be a door or a little window to the front or back?
Nope. The only thing that you see through the bars of the wagon are little holes in the tattered cloth that are just there. So you can see little bits and pieces of the forest around as this wagon is just moving along, but you can't really make out too much other than it's a very dense forest.
And the whole thing is covered, right? Like front to back, side to side,
Correct.
and bars on each side.
Correct. And above you.
And above. Can I bust a hole in the floor and try to go out the bottom? Like, it's a wooden cart, right?
You can certainly try.
Okay, I want to try that.
Give me a strength check. Can you roll for your character, or do I need to?
I can do it. For now.
So you'll see as Crag, in this little internal rage, just kind of leans up, brings his fists above, and BAM! Brings it down onto the wood and just causes the entire cart to shake and bounce for a little bit on the road. The party that is 200 meters behind see as the cart starts to shake and just lifts a couple inches off the ground, bounces again, and just continue rolling on its way. It's seemingly had no effect.
You're gonna see Ziva sort of jump up with, like, as the cart bumps, and her staff is gonna hit the bottom of this cart. She's just gonna glare at Crag. You really don't think the Minotaur tried that? The Minotaur, really?
Maybe he didn't think of that part. I don't know.
That's the
You wanna
only
pull on
thing
the
he
door
thinks
with me?
of. Smash!
I'm gonna nudge Crag and look at the door, and then at Crag, and then back at the entrance area. You thinking what I'm thinking?
What
Oh,
if we both
God.
try it at the same time?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All right, give me strength checks.
God, fuck.
Do we have advantage or anything on this?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm I'm guessing we failed hard.
So, and Ziva, as you were both sitting on the side watching these two absolute genius units stand up shoulder to shoulder and just go to charge the door, and they slam into it, some type of magical force forces them back. They both smack their head on the opposite side of the wagon and fall face first onto the ground. The wagon stops moving for a second, begins to right itself, and you feel the wagon kind of shift and turn. You three in the back, outside of the wagon, you see this as it lifts, the front lifts for a minute, comes down, stops moving, reorients, and then continues on its way.
Do we have like a bearing on where we're going, or do we know shit?
None of you are aware of anything at the moment, not even you.
All right. I'd like to run up to the cart with the penis in hand and say, "Oh, stop! We can open door. Did you try the handle?"
I need you to give me an athletics check.
All right. Where is it? There it is.
Perfect. So, the rest of you, well, Karma and Arme, you see as the little ratman just starts hauling ass, just full tilt running up to this wagon and just going and going and going and going. And as he gets about 5 feet away from the back of it, and he goes to reach, smacks into something invisible, and it just stops in his tracks. He starts walking up to it and listening. He can't hear what's going on. It's like an aura around it of silence, but it's protected.
Did they hear that part?
They
Or-
saw you run into it. You noticed that you can't hear anything in it, and you weren't able to get through the barrier.
All right. I cannot get through. Do you think that there is something keeping us out of it? I yell back to them.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. What? Do you know what it was? Like, is it just?
But what? Like, what?
Does it work both ways? We can't hear them, they can't hear us?
Correct.
Okay.
So I assume the cart's still moving.
Yes.
Like as it's moving, this like field is moving with it.
Yes.
Out of character, do we know that they're inside of it?
Yes.
Okay.
You three are very much aware of who's in there.
Well, I see this as an absolute win. We can just feign the ability to have gotten in for however long that they think that they've been in there.
And
there's
we
our
did.
cover story.
If we try to get to body and stuff is gone, we have nothing to do. So we wait and follow and have penis in hand for when they arrive.
Exactly. We just say that we resigned ourselves to following it, being unable to get inside.
Oh,
But we drew pictures.
Well, those are for you.
You drew pictures. I mean, I want to compare pictures. Are we same side? Different side?
Mine is more curved, however.
It's
We
like
shall
a
see.
top-down view from space.
Wait, a top-down view from space is
Very
so
far away. Very from
Button?
perspective. Yeah.
It's
Huge. Gigantic.
top down. No.
Alright, I think we're just gonna follow behind it and leave them in there for now.
Okay. You four in the cart, what are you doing?
I'm walking up to Ziva, and I'm going to cast guidance on her.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the other two just failed. I'm going to the person who hasn't yet.
I mean, I don't have grand plans. My plans are pretty basic, but let's do it.
Whatever ability check you make within the next minute, add a d4 to it.
I'm gonna see if I can cast Prestidigitation in a space outside the cart.
No. But I'll let you try.
That is the goal. I attempt.
Let's say for this,
Ah, there it is.
give me a. Let's go with an Arcana check.
Okay.
And
So, what you'll notice as you're sitting there.
+4. Sorry.
What you'll notice as you're sitting there doing your little mini incantation, as you try to project it outside of the cart, you'll see that it goes to leave your hands and it hits the bars, and you see a strange visual of it, just the spell fizzing out. Based on your magic knowledge and the amount of time that you've spent in the library and researching the things that you have researched, you seem to be in some type of weird magic negation bubble.
Okay. I'm going to. A little irritated, I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party. Well, brute force isn't working. It seems to be some kind of magical negation bubble, and unless anybody else has bright ideas, I suggest we wait this out.
okay? You said, Scourge. You said that the cart shook. Did anything like crack, splinter at all?
Nothing that you could see.
I like to run my hands along the bottom of the cart, see if there's any boards that are loose or any possible damage. See if anything can move.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Was that a no, Scourge?
Did you message me?
Oh, I put it in the chat. I thought your response was perfectly timed with
Yeah,
that.
the timing of it was beautiful.
No. Your character would not know.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Mine wouldn't either? Oh, fuck.
Okay, so to set the timeline, that was happening to the Thornhill versions of yourselves, not you here.
Mm-hmm. So, timeline, do I have knowledge all the way up until... Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Until we got teleported.
Yeah.
The first time, yeah.
For added reference, you three have also been here for 7 days.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All the penises.
As you go to reach your hand down and start rubbing it along the wood, it's just very solid wood. There's nothing. There's no cracks. There's no loose nails. There's no way. There's children in our midst. There's children in our midst of laughing at the running in the wood. It's perfectly fine.
That's weird.
You don't notice anything. There's nothing that you're able to ascertain from it. It seems it's very well built, sturdy ass wagon.
Some nice craftsmanship, right?
Unfortunately, yes. I assumed you still would be able to break through it. You're Penetrator, after all.
Yeah. Doesn't work on everything.
Crag's just gonna curl up in the fetal position and go back to sleep, saying, "Let me know if you guys figure anything out."
Got it. Will do.
I would like to try my attempt at trying to break it also, because now I'm like frustrated.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to. I have my mace, right? Or is it just my hands?
You don't have any weapons on you at the moment.
Alright, cool. And I will do an unarmed strike. To the back.
Okay.
Oops, wrong. Could D&D Beyond. Pictures. This is so difficult to figure out. I just... Am I missing the unarmed strikes in this?
For just, we'll say for the sake of this, just roll a strength check.
Oh, found it. No, strength check. I found the unarmed strike after.
That's fine. Either way, it's gonna have the exact same reaction as you reach back to try and punch the door. Nothing happens to it. Your hand just bounces back.
So unfair. I don't even know how we got in here. I was asleep. This is bull.
You know, sometimes that nap just hits too hard.
Yeah, I know.
I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Absolutely.
Who's everybody?
Everybody.
Heard.
Well, Craig's asleep, so that checks out.
I'm really distracted by this penis.
Studying that paper a little hard, are you?
No.
Killa. You were the one that had run up closest to the wagon and, maintaining a closer bit of a distance after you tried to get to the back of it. You see up ahead, ways in the distance, a very large clearing. In said clearing, you see a group of people all just kind of hovering around. The distance, you can hear the sound of hoofbeats, and you see deep in the woods, due to the fact of you being who you are with the gun and all of this, you are able to see about 4 different beings on horseback riding towards the clearing. As you're looking around and you're peeking through the little holes to see, and you wind up looking out the front of the wagon through one of the bigger holes that's there, you also see this clearing. You can't hear the hoofbeats, but you can see this clearing and the group of people that are kind of milling around. But you know it's going to be a little while before you get there, but you are made aware of it. Everybody else doesn't quite see what's going on there. It's a little bit difficult, but do with that information what you will.
Do I recognize this? Do I know where we're going to?
You do not.
Okay.
Hey, Pen, you said you were traveling for 7 days, right?
Yeah, thereabout. I haven't been keeping exact track, but,
Does that place up ahead, that clearing that I can see through does it look familiar? Because it looks like it has people.
I'm gonna go look through any of the holes he's looking for. Or pointing at.
Okay. Now, you see the same thing he saw, you see the clearing, and you see the people going around, but the area does not look familiar to you. You've been in the back of this cart for a long time and have seen nothing like that. All you recall in the time here was a river, some rocks, and a whole lot of forest.
Yep, nope, that's new to me.
Well, either we need to get their attention somehow, because, to be honest, unless they're the ones that are guessing, would this be a prison transport of any sort? Possibly?
I don't know, but I doubt we'd be able to get their attention. A few days ago, I saw a squirrel running alongside the cart, and I tried to entice it or just interact with it because I got a little bored. and I wasn't getting any reactions. That's abnormal. But that's about it.
Let me see. Ah, I reach around, putting my fingers together.
Hmm.
Does the cat appear?
Nope.
I don't think we can get any help.
Shippy, if you go to the music tab, you can turn that down a little bit so it doesn't register, or if you have the stream unmuted, just mute the stream.
I thought I did turn it down, but apparently I did not. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, leaving you guys in the cart for a minute to discuss what was going on. Killa, what are you doing with the information that you are now armed with?
I'm gonna go put my hand in front of their penis and say, "There's people up ahead. Did you know that we were meeting others?"
I didn't.
Don't touch my drawing.
Okay. Where are we?
The woods. Well, not no more. There's forests. No forests around. Just battlefield, maybe. Maybe not.
Battlefield. What?
Many people. Big circle.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall this being a part of anything familiar. A plan?
We're supposed to have a plan?
No. I don't know.
No.
I don't know how dumb I am.
I mean, do we, out of context, we recognize any of the situation up ahead?
Nope, there's only one person that has some semblance of an idea of that is going on, and that is Assassin. Assassin, you do have a DM.
Oh. Let's see what's going on. Alright.
Is your task starting to make a little more sense now?
Mostly.
Okay.
Let's see how much I remember. I took a bunch of edibles.
Fucking.
We are in
I feel like I'm,
Asiano
like,
Grove.
really off you. Like,
Where, what?
We are in the Asiano Grove.
mm,
It's a forest.
mm,
Clearly. It says Grove in the name.
Yes.
mm.
Gathered,
I see.
heard, message received. What's fancy about it?
Very
Other than
pretty
the-
in springtime.
It's very pretty. Okay, not fall, springtime. Got it. So
Only.
fall sucks.
It's
But
sad.
springtime flowers must be beautiful.
Indeed.
Almost
Many
like my
flowers.
There's supposed to be like a picturesque landscape, rolling hills, meadows. Supposed to be like a short. Oh, my notes cut off there.
Hey, Scourge.
Didn't you get one of these before we? Oh, never mind.
Yes, I am.
Did we know that they were behind us?
No.
No.
Do I tell them everything you told me?
That is entirely up to your discretion. Listen, I'm giving you the tools. You do with that what you will. I
My
can't
RAM
tell the
power's
whole
like
story.
Only 8 gigs right now, so
Listen, I'm not. I've laid enough of the seeds in this for you guys to do a lot, so I'm giving it on you.
I have been given the opportunity to go far more chaotic than neutral now, so just know that I may not
Yes.
be helpful.
Understood. Alright. So we are coming, presumably, to get one of the scrolls that we need. So we need to obtain it. I do not know if we'll need fighting or if we will need charming. For that is why we have the karma to do the charming.
Yep, that's something I do.
It is of great importance, Karma. You like to read, apparently. So you can read.
Not to read.
Whatever it be.
He writes it in his notebook, likes to read.
Fuck, man, y'all are making it really difficult for me to, like, keep the straight fucking DM face going on with this shit in this one. I'm, like, fucking this all up.
So we're coming, when we meet up, presumably we will need to obtain by the end of this event, the scroll.
Oh, we'll get a scroll, all right.
Good, just that
Start
is goal.
Rolling my dick paper into like a scroll-like fashion, and I just like hide it in my pocket again.
Scroll.
Okay.
Escape.
Back to the wagon. Have you discussed anything further?
I'm trying to look out of the little window, trying to see if I can see their faces clearly.
No, they're still a ways off.
All right. I'm gonna try to look through other holes and see if there's anything else that I should be. Anybody coming to our sides, like to poke us potentially. I don't know who could, because we can't get out anyways.
Give me a perception check. It's all woods, man. It's all woods. Just a whole lot of fucking trees and leaves. Couple flowers.
I know Kill would be interested in those apparently. Anyways. What to do.
Hey, Ziva. Well, is panicking. Could you elaborate on, like, what you guys have been up to the last few days? Cause, yeah, I'm interested.
Well, you're gonna see her. She's sitting in like a meditative pose. She's got her weapon like across her arms, and it's sort of not quite floating. And she's not gonna move, but she is gonna respond. She's gonna. Well, once you somehow were teleported out by Mr. Douchebag, we went and talked to Kai, who did not seem okay, to be honest, and then we had some beautiful teleportation ritual to come to Pirastrad, assuming we're still in Pirastrad. We were told to come here and talk to William the Wise and find his wife, not William's wife, Kai's wife.
Alora.
And I mean, that's the short version of what happened. Oh, once we got here, we fought some magic dude because Crag couldn't keep the anger in their pants.
I'm gonna need to hear more about this fight later, because that sounds fun. But what do you mean Kai didn't seem alright?
I mean, he was disheveled and exhausted. His room was a mess. I had to clean it. Kai's room. The indignity. Really should take better care of himself.
Alright. So, this fight. And Crag started. Hey, Crag.
I think Crag tried to intimidate somebody. It failed miserably, and then we got in a fight with some magic dude, and a red dragon tried to eat Killa.
Archmage Baji got taken away by the dragon because we couldn't kill the dragon.
You think you would survive against a dragon?
There was a
no.
No, not me.
I'm gonna point at and say you.
I
and
said
start
we.
laughing.
I said we, not I. I said we.
I'm gonna point at Ziva as well. There you go.
She almost did it.
You will see her
just
crack
die.
a faint smile.
Pen is now just laid out on one side of the cart, just dying laughing.
Yeah, it's a hilarious scene.
Oh, and I suppose, as is important, through all of that, you seemed pretty normal, but either it wasn't you, or you don't remember it, or, you know, there's possibilities there.
Yeah, no, I had my my little trip, as I'll call it for now, and yeah, I woke up in the cart and I've been here, so I've got pretty good recall on from the arena till now. So
You mean the inside of this cart?
exactly, that is exactly what I mean.
It's only been a few days for us and 7 days for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
On the bright side,
I
I haven't had to
mean-
walk it. On the downside, I've been getting a little hungry.
Well,
That
I'll
whole
give you
Bell
this.
situation was a
Hey,
bit
you
of a drama.
haven't eaten in a week, bro. I'm sorry.
You're gonna see Ziva's eyes open, and she's gonna look at you and be like, "Are you hungry?"
The pen's just gonna lick his lips.
She's gonna give you a jerky.
I'm going to take the jerky and go to eat it really quickly, but stop. And then slowly take a bite and just savor all of it.
Pen, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Out of character, I was totally speaking and completely forgot I had put myself on mute. Anyways, continue.
Pen, for the length of time that you've been in this cart, that hunger that you've felt has gone to quite a ravenous state.
Really quick,
Mm-hmm.
that should be +6, not +1.
Then completely disregard everything I just said with your ridiculous fuck me to your fucking proficiency. You ruined it. Anyways, you're fine. You're just hungry.
Got it. Yeah,
Ziva is gonna go back to her, like, eyes closed, holding her weapon.
Thank you for letting me know, though, Nin, even though you ruined my fucking fun. Yes.
you have been DM'd, Scourge.
Can I, like, while I'm at the, can I potentially try to, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Can I try to figure out what's stopping Killa from getting inside the thing with, like an Arcana check or something? Like, if I can learn more about it.
You could.
Okay.
What are you trying to ascertain?
I guess I'm just trying to figure out, like, what it is specifically and see if I have any knowledge of whether or not it's interactable or not.
So
There's
what
anything I
you're
can-
able from... Are you trying to run up to the cart to see what's going on then?
Yeah, I guess I would try to get as close as possible.
Okay, so as you're going up to it and you reach your hand out to touch it and kind of try to get that feel for it, you can tell that this is some type of silence protective barrier, which as you're you kind of feel your hand singe, and as you pull it back and you look down on it, the innate ability of your current character kind of flashes back and forth. If you catch my drift, it goes from karma skin to silvery skin.
I'm walking away. I'm putting some distance between me and that thing.
After you do this, you notice the cart is starting to slow down. It's not coming to a full halt, it's just gradually getting slower and slower. The three of you that are outside of the cart, what are you doing?
I'd like to go around to the front to see if there's like something I can interact up there with.
You go up to the front, and basically it's just the cart sitting there covered with this little tattered cloth. And as you're walking towards the front, though, you see that those people that were in the distance are much closer now, and those hoofbeats are a lot closer to you than they were before. You're dangerously close to being discovered.
Can I look at the guys and see if I recognize them?
You don't recognize a single one of them.
Can
That's all
I
right.
try to obscure myself in some way?
You already know what I'm going to have you roll, so go for it. Holy shit. Alright, Karma, what are you doing?
I'm kind of... What's around?
I mean, it's a heavily wooded area. The clearing is still a little ways in front of you, not as far as it was previously, but it's a very heavily wooded area. There's brushes, there's trees, there's little different bushes, flowers all around. You have your choice of places to
You've seen
hide.
Emperor's New Groove, yeah?
Yes.
I'm gonna cronk my way through all of like trees and like bushes and stuff, and just kind of like.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
just be doing that like off to the, I'll say the right side of the cart. So like I'm almost like up against the side of it, like not like
Okay.
super close, of course, but the cart would be on my left, and I would be to the right of it in the woods, kind of obscuring myself.
Okay, so Karma is hidden. Surprisingly enough, this motherfucker actually succeeded in hiding. What are you other two doing?
Well, you see, I was looking at my scroll, and I looked to my left, and Karma's missing, which freaks me the fuck out. And I'm, help, killer, help. I'm gonna like try to like walk around a little bit, little quickly, see if I could find him around the cart somewhere, and just kind of like scurry around trying to find him.
As she runs around the corner of the cart from the back, I want to jump in front of the cart to see if it'll stop or run me over.
It just keeps coming, and it's pushing you. It's not running you over, it is actively pushing you. As you feel that barrier touching you, though, as you look down, that you get this burning sensation on the entire front of your body as your Ratman skin is flashing in and out with silvery skin, Ratman skin. It's just singeing you as it's moving.
I'm going to jump back and say, no touchy. No touchy.
Alright.
Where is Wizard?
I don't know. He was here, and now he's not. Okay? I mean, he should have been the rat. I don't know. Okay?
If only you chose the other character, you could have been them. But you want that one. So you be elf. I chose rat. So, we should wait and go and see if we join him. Probably in bush. For I would be bush if I was Karma. So let's go check bush. And I'm going to walk off to the side.
As you two go into the bushes, you four inside the cart, you start to feel the cart progressively slow itself down, just gradually getting slower and slower. And suddenly you're able to hear things outside you couldn't hear before. You hear the muffled sound of hoofbeats coming closer. You feel a slight breeze come through, and you get the scent of 100 different type of flowers just come wafting through. You see the tattered cloth above it starting to billow in the wind a little bit as different breezes wind up hitting it, and it's going this way and that, and then you have the scents and you hear the sounds of the forest coming in. And for the first time, you feel like you can really breathe. It's not stuffy, and you don't feel constrained anymore, but you don't feel like you're at full strength. You feel kind of lethargic. As these scents keep coming in, and the sounds start growing louder and louder, each of you start to feel yourself slip into this sort of dream state. I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw. Pen, does that need to be any different, or is that acceptable? Okay. Crag.
Yes.
As you're getting these weird sensations, these smells and these sounds, and the taste of the flora on your tongue, you see Penetrator, Ziva, and slowly start to drift into sleep. And as you're holding on and you're fighting the urge and you're fighting it and you're just trying to keep your eyes open and just hear something, you hear from the outside, "The cart's here. Bring them forth to my lady." And as you hear those final words, the sleep finally takes you, and you also slip into a dreamless sleep. The four of you are now passed out, unconscious, in the back of the cart. The three of you that are on the outside of the cart, you also hear those words. While you are obscured by the bushes, you are not seen. But you don't have the same experience that those four in the cart do. You aren't noticing any of those smells, those scents, those sounds. You hear the sounds of the forest, obviously, but it's just stale, stagnant air, it feels like to you. It's like a sweltering hot day, but you're in the cover of the canopy. And as these four horsemen ride up to the cart, each of them take formation in front, and they start doing a slow little trot as the cart starts traveling along behind it at a much slower pace. More like a pace of reverence. Like it's an offering. And you see this very formal group, all on black horses, all clad in white robes, with hand-clasping sigil on the sleeve, just trotting along. What are you guys doing?
Do we
I'm blowing a hole in my eyes.
recognize any of this?
You don't recognize any of them. What you can
I'm
see,
watching.
if you want to examine it, what you can see, you see that they are leading them directly towards the clearing, and now you have a little bit more of a better understanding of what's going on in this clearing. In the center of this clearing, you see a giant stone table, just in the middle of this, in a massive cleared circle with vibrant green grass and flowers all around, different types of flowers and wine jars, decanters around the stone table, and seems like there was a bit of a party there. You see some little burnt out campfires and all. And you just see a group of people milling about as these four horsemen are just taking the cart towards them.
Are we supposed to help them?
I feel like we should. This is getting weird.
Very weird.
I need each of you to give me a perception check.
Me too.
Sorry, let me specify. I need Killa, Karma, and Arme to give me a perception check.
Okay.
The other four are sleeping, so you don't need to do shit.
I cannot be seen. I cannot see.
Arme, what you see up in the clearing is behind the stone table, coming through this little opening in the rock face where there's a little bit of water trickling down. Not a full waterfall, more just a slight little trickle that's used to just rather gather some drinking water. You see the shape, you see this robed figure facing the rocks holding a chalice to the water. And you start to see the group of people kind of milling around. You don't see any weapons. It's just a group of robed figures kind of making a sort of semicircle around the robed figure by the rocks. From what you're looking at, you can't sense any hostile intent. It just seems like this is a type of ceremony. It's intriguing to you because you've heard whispers of this, and you were aware of something like this happening in a previous land.
Ah. In like the best way I possibly can, I'm gonna try to tell Killa that there's like more people up there and like a stone, and they're kind of like gathering around over there, and it's like, I don't know, man, it's kind of weird, but like I don't think they like want to like attack, but like it's weird.
Do you want to go check out if they don't have weapon?
I don't see any, but you want to try scurrying closer?
Sure. I'd like to sneak up.
Okay. Each of you that are going to be doing this, please give me a stealth check.
Oh, am I also doing this?
Yeah, unless you're staying back and not going up with them.
Fuck. I knew I shouldn't have fucking. God damn it. I hate myself.
So I'm just to explain how this is about to go. I'm gonna need you all to get ready to give me another stealth check when I call for it. Okay? This is gonna be a timed event.
Okay.
So when I call for it, I need you to roll it. If you don't roll it in time, this will have a different outcome. Killa, you succeed in getting kind of to the outskirts of where the clearing is, and you're still hidden by the row of trees. And it's strange as you're walking up here because it is a perfect circle of a clearing. Like, it couldn't be any more perfect. The trees are all very well lined up, and they form this type of wall all around, and you can see in between them a little bit. There's the bushes in the side, and you see there's bushes, and then trees, and then there's some flowers that are lining the area, different flowers of purple and green and red and yellow. And in front of that, you see all the little burnt out fires that were going on around, and very green, lush grass that just looks like you could lay in it and take a nap forever. But you're hidden. Arme and Karma. You see Killa scurry up to the side, making not a sound, as he's a little, quick on his feet. He's tiny, he's little, he's going. As Karma kind of stands up and, all pompously goes, yeah, I just did that. And he takes his first step, and of course he seems to step on the loudest possible stick that hasn't seen an ounce of moisture in a century.
I'm so fucking stealthy right now. No one can
It
convince
cracks,
me
and as it cracks, Arme, you get scared and you jump and you wind up hitting the bushes, and a little bit of the thorn digs into your side and you yelp in pain. Both of you stealth check. Fuck.
I'm so fucking stealthy. I'm fucking invisible.
Arme, as you land and the thorn stabs and you yelp out in pain, and as Karma hears you yelp, he drops down to the ground. You drop down, and you see the four horsemen stop and turn. And they start scanning the area. It's nothing. Just move on.
Must have been the wind.
And they just keep going. You successfully make your way up to Killa, and each of you are just standing shoulder to shoulder, kind of peeking through the cover of the trees, very well hidden by the amount of brush that is around you. A nice, cool. The temperature here, the area in and of itself, just seems to be like a cool spring day. Doesn't have that same sweltering heat that it did back deeper in the forest. You're getting the scent of the flowers, and you're hearing the sounds, and it just seems more tranquil. And as you're standing there, you see the woman turn around, the robed figure turn around, and you see this woman standing there with the robes opened, and she just stands there with her hands outstretched, and that scent of flowers and fresh air winds up hitting you. I need the three of you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Down I go.
How?
Click Constitution, then pick saving throw.
Oh, thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Take a block.
As you're sitting there peeking through the trees, you see the cart comes to a stop. The four horsemen kind of branch off to the side, and the cart continues to roll up to the stone table. As you see the cart come to a stop, everything starts to feel very foggy. The smells are just intoxicating, and you just keep breathing them in, and you get this feeling of peace and tranquility come over you. You hear the sounds of the forest, and you hear a creek in the distance, but you can't see any water, but it just sounds so nice and calming. You get the cool air brushing in your face as you just slowly drift into a sleepless moment of clarity. Your mission becomes clear. You know what you're here for. And as you're envisioning what your inevitable goal is, you reach towards it, and as you grasp, suddenly sleep overtakes you, and each of you fall face first in the ground, unconscious. Those of you in the cart, the cloth comes off, and suddenly the whole area is just filled with this bright sunlight as you're all just trying to figure out what the fuck you can see, and just you're blinking, and as your eyes start to adjust to it, you see the group of people surrounding the cart. You see these four horsemen on black horses circling the area, all in cadence, just kind of like a patrol, just circling around, circling around. You hear a woman's voice, just telling the people here and there that are around her the stage is set. I need a perception check from each of you with disadvantage since you're just kind of coming to.
Well, at least we're investing.
Holy shit!
What did I roll? Hold up, what?
Wow.
A
I know what
20
I
with
rolled.
disadvantage, bro.
You all got that gunk in your eyes.
I mean, I was playing up the heavy sleeper. Here we are. Or the rough sleeper, maybe?
Scion, I have to send you a DM.
I'm excited
I
after
feel
my
like
nat
that
one
fucking
earlier.
scene and fucking Spaceballs where they're combing through the sand. We ain't found shit.
As you're coming to, you hear that said to you. The rest of you just hear this warbled mumbling, just kind of like this discussion happening in a different room. Then you're just drunk, and it's like the buzzing in your ear, and your guests have arrived. As you all turn and you kind of clear the sleep from your eye and your eyes have adjusted, you see this woman standing in front of you. She takes the hood down. And you see this long black flowing hair with braids on either side. You see a spread of tattoos around her chest, going to her arms, running down to her fingertips. See a glistening red gem on her chest, a very thick golden chain. As you're looking at the chain, I need another perception check from each of you. Not with disadvantage, just a straight perception check. What you can see as you're looking at this is you see this sort of alternating white and black energy resonating within it. Just white light, darkness, white light, darkness. And it seems to be coming from that red gem in and of itself. As you see this and the woman steps towards the cart, you see the group of people start to disperse. They all start to scurry away. The woman approaches the cart, just starts walking around, and you see their long fingers just stroking the bars as she's going around, making the little pat, pat, pat sound as her hand just kind of brushes across. You were so close, my dears. It's unfortunate that teleportation sigil was broken for so long. As she turns and walks towards the stone table, she just kind of turns and looks back at you and flicks her wrist up. Oh, would you look at that? It's broken again. You start to feel this darkness enveloping you. At this exact moment, in another area of Peristrad, you see the Chosen standing around a bridge with the flowing river, and you see a robed old man on the bridge reaching and talking. And as the group in the cart feels this darkness surround them and start to envelop them, that visage of the old man on the bridge disappears. And you see the group around just looking, wondering what the fuck just happened. Back at the cart, the woman smiles, just keeps walking around. She just continues to casually stroll around the cart. Oh, dears. There's no one coming to get you now. You'll die here, like all the rest of them. From here on Peristrad, from Kidoria, even Ikoria. I have the pieces. You have nothing. But, my dears, it's time for me to go. It really was a lovely chat. I'm sure we'll see each other again. I'm so looking forward to making you a part of my army. It will be delicious to see his face. For when I show him you kneeling before me, oh, ta-ta for now. And as she turns and starts to fade away, the four of you in the cart and the three of you in the forest all hear in your head very faintly, "Remember not to piss off Daddy." At the end of that statement, the three of you in the forest start to come to, just with that final message in your head, and all of you in the cart are left alone, wondering what is going on. The robed lady is gone. The clearing is empty. A moment passes. Another moment passes. The cart disassembles. And the four of you are left on your asses on the ground with just pieces of wood and metal and wheels scattered around you.
Damn it, I didn't say it. I wasn't trying not to interrupt. Pan,
So,
that was Lady Allura. Kai's wife, I guess. I'm gonna.
Got it.
Are
Are you sure about that? Cause,
he told us to tell her to go home, and I just realized after hearing them say, Lady Allura, they're here, it's ready. She has the contagion amulet. I think that's what we were sent here for. One of the things. I think she got corrupted. Oh boy. I wonder why we're having problems.
I mean, you didn't think the absolute deletion of various planes was going to be easy, did you?
No, but I didn't expect it to be someone so key to ask us to do it.
As you say that, you see three familiar faces bursting from the tree line. As you turn and look, and you see Killa and Karma and Arme all running at you at full speed. Just going, "Hey! Hey!" For the first time, and you don't know how long, you see some familiar faces. Interestingly enough, not a single one of you wondered why they weren't in the cart, but here they are.
Where have you been?
Craig runs at Arme and like picks her up and twirls her around and says, "I missed you."
Pen's gonna run over and meet Killa, but instead of hugging him or anything, he's gonna grab him and yeet him and Ziva.
I want to do a barrel roll.
I am dodging. I am dodging this.
That's too bad.
Stick in hand. I will
How
smack
athletic
him like
am I?
a baseball.
All right, I'm gonna need a acrobatics check from Killa and an athletics check from Ziva.
Shit.
All right, Killa, what are you doing? Penetrator just picked you up and just full blown, just yeets you at Ziva.
I am going to put my hands over my head like a missile and fly in the air like a big chunky boy.
Like a big. Ziva, as you try to step out of the way, as you turn and you see Pen just pick up Killa and throw him directly at you, you just start laughing at the sight of this Ratman coming at you at full speed, and you try to step and you just kind of trip over your own feet, and Killa just smacks right into your chest.
I'm gonna shove him off with my staff.
I want to land it into a beautiful pose.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me about this pose, bud. Let me hear it.
So she flips me back. I want to do a backwards flip, land on my feet with arms up like a dog.
I'll allow it.
Pen in surprise. Nice save, but why the fuck didn't you get us out of the cart sooner?
There was a cart?
I'm just gonna point at the pieces on the ground.
I see that, but we have just woken up and heard voices and ran out of wood. And here are you.
I am furiously nodding in agreement.
I'm pretty sure I'm still being slowly choked to death by Craig, but yes, while I'm still nodding.
Yeah, he just quit spinning and just kind of didn't let go yet while he
Yeah,
watched
I gathered.
what happened with Killa and Ziva. That was a good one.
Did you have a weird dream? With lady, with weird color flashing.
Right now, I'm having a fucking nightmare. As I get up and like dust myself off.
I walk over to Pen. Pen, could you check my curse mark real quick?
I will proceed to examine his curse.
Scourge?
Sorry, I'm like full on like, dude, where's my car? Like, what does mine say?
That's literally what went through my head, and I was hoping that one of them was gonna be like, dude, what about me? No, what does mine say? Dude! What does mine say? Sweet!
I wasn't ready for that.
That's beautiful.
Pen, what you see basically in between shoulder blades is you see what looks like a raven's feather. Kind of fading into his skin a little bit, but prominent enough that you can accurately tell that that is what it is.
Well, it's kind of feathery. It's a...
It changed a little bit. I haven't looked at it in a while, like a year or two.
I am still rat, no change.
You can look back there?
I was told when we first. Well, actually, I disrobed at that time.
I call bullshit.
You were there for it, and you saw me in all my nothingness.
Behold!
You're just gonna see Ziva shake her head, looking at Arme. You people and your uncomfortableness with nudity baffles me.
The
I'm just
Dragusi
gonna
strikes
turn
again.
to her and open my arms with the not but armor I'm wearing.
It's not.
Or not even armor. Just
comfortable. It's more.
Like a
I'm
lion cloth.
baffled at the fact that he got naked. Like
I
that's
was
not
on
his
bed at the
thing.
time.
That's your thing. That's not his thing.
It didn't matter to me at the time. Now it does. It gets chilly down there.
It's just simple. He die, he lose it, he come back with new stuff.
New stuff.
New stuff.
I'm gonna
What?
to myself. I'm just gonna pull the scroll out of my pocket and open it for a second and put it back in my pocket.
That's new. Anyways. Okay. I'm
New
Okay.
stuff. Karma, I hope you're taking notes.
I have a scroll.
not gonna put anything in your book.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. Yes, absolutely. Hold on. Everybody start making out.
You're gonna get over the head just like a bonk with my stick.
I will. Yep, that's what I needed. Get those creative juices flowing. Like that shit. And for you, my lady, I pull out a recently made scroll and give it to her.
Is it a new scroll or one of the ones from?
It's this
It's the
specific
scroll.
item.
Oh, okay.
The
I'm gonna grab it
old
like
dick
this.
scroll.
Yeah.
Go dick scroll.
Oh,
You
I'm gonna
may
grab
have
it
that.
like this, trying to see what it is. Just like 2 fingers held out. Like, I
Oh.
don't know that I want to be touching this.
You might need more than 2 fingers for that.
I fucking hate it here.
As you can tell, I used my time wisely.
Assuming I can see what it is, I'm gonna drop it.
Please note that
Wow.
this is drawn super shitty. like,
Yeah.
like,
It's like a stick
like
figure.
5-year-old level art. like
So
there are
not
3
extra
shapes
veiny, but
listed.
like just like the 2 veins in there. Just
There-
yeah, it's fine.
There's 2 circles and what could be confused as an oblong rectangle with rounded edges.
Rounded edges. Still dropping it. Just gonna shake my head. Like, no.
All right, so you guys are together. We can take a quick break here. If anybody needs to go to the bathroom and go grab a drink or anything, feel free to go do so, and we will continue and wrap up when everybody comes back.
Oh,
You mean we might end on time?
Yes.
Yay! I can get actual maybe sleep because I have to get up at 7 in the morning.
I have a baby appointment tomorrow morning.
Oh.
I get
Oh,
to.
don't forget, you gotta fill in that 6:30.
Oh, don't you fucking worry. I will. I get to go see the boy.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna bring a scroll too? No. Okay. Anyway.
No, but I'm gonna get a scroll from the doctor's office to show off later. It's fine.
Ah.
But yeah, that should be another. It'll be a sonogram appointment, so I'll actually get to see him.
Nice. That will be good day.
That will be very weird morning. Yes. It still leaves a very weird taste in my mouth when I say I'm gonna have a son. Mm-hmm.
Yup. I was about to tell you a story, but I think I'm gonna just hold on to it.
Let me tell you a story. There once was a lady named Badger who
No.
had a wonderful booty.
Yes,
She likes to go shooty.
very much.
I'm done there. I was gonna go a really bad route with it, but I'm like, nah, let's not.
of all the jokes that we've come up with. I'm
Yeah.
just afraid for this joke to be on YouTube.
Yep,
That's true.
that's why I'm stopping. I know the things I've said in the past. You all know the things I've said in the past. I'm just gonna keep it to my fucking self.
I just stay in my lane.
I just stay in my lane.
My ass is too fat to stay in my lane.
Get them Tesla lane adjustments.
Okay, so just for the point of clarification on here, when she said, "Oh, it's broken again," and did her little thing, and that sigil was broken and that darkness happened, that little at the same time scene that happened on the bridge when William disappeared, did that correlation make sense, or did I fuck that up?
Got it.
Okay. Fucking Scion, man. He had to roll that high. I was really hoping to be able to keep Allura under wraps a little bit longer. And this motherfucker on disadvantage!
20 on disadvantage.
A fucking 20 on disadvantage! The DC was fucking 20! Like, what the fuck?
That, yeah.
Yeet your plans.
Every episode, Badger, I have to yeet my plans. Every single one.
Yep.
Like Karma, succeeding and actually hiding.
Right.
I'm like, there was something in my brain where I was like, now is the time.
It's like, god damn it. And then
Is
you
it
both
ever
succeeded
going to work?
the timed one, which I was like, if someone who rolls a fucking single digit, it's on. Nope. Fuck both of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was prepped to just throw out thaumaturgy as like a backup. Start making fucking sounds everywhere. I was like, nope, we did it.
Well, that was I was not expecting that twist.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting me to roll.
No, you literally hit the DC.
Oh,
The DC was set high on that because that's a big one, and you fucking nailed it on disadvantage. Like, bro, of all the things for you to hit, that was well done.
I'm proud of myself. How do I open this thing?
That was very well done, dude.
I would have tried to put it together when he's put the black hair in braids, but I'm just like, oh, this is good. I can actually say something. I was gonna say something in the middle of her speech while she was walking around, but then I was like, wait, he's talking. What do I say something?
You very well can if you choose to, especially in the middle of like a monologue like that. In character, if you want to say something, you very well can do it. You don't have to worry about it. I'm letting you know for future. I'm glad that you let me finish that stuff because that was a little bit of Badger privately rolled some dice. And it was enough for me to be able to hash out that little bit of story.
I'm trying to test macros, okay?
My fucking brain was like mid-sentence and I saw that and it was like, time to read that out loud. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I'm fucking broken, man. It's okay. But no, for future reference, if I'm in the middle of like a monologue or something, or if I'm talking in character and you in character like, nah, bitch, I need to say this, absolutely feel free to do so, okay?
I was gonna say Kai said to go home,
You see my friend, sleepy girl?
and
You
it was
see
kind
my
of like,
microphone.
when will my character say this? He's watching this lady. He knows who she is. He sees the amulet. He's like, come on! What is he gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, you played how your character would have.
He didn't say shit.
All right.
He does drop the pen right away, so that's
All right, so you're all back together now. You're in the middle of this perfect circle clearing. The cart is around. You're all together for the first time. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna pat myself down and make sure, or check to see if my weapons came back from when I had been in the cart.
As the cart kind of dismantled, you still feel this darkness like suppressing you in a way, but from being out of it, you everything is on you as is. So everything that you had before, everyone's armbands that had armbands are there. Everyone that didn't have armbands, you're still fucked. You do have access to your weapons. You do have access to your items. You four that were in the cart, you have access to your items.
well, what I'm doing is turning around, trying to get the kitty to come out.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
The DC is high right now due to the situation you were just in. How are you summoning your cat?
Squeaky toy.
Okay.
Squeaky, squeaky.
As you pull it out and you start squeaking in your hands and you're kind of looking around for it, you start to feel that little ethereal presence down by your legs just kind of waving in and out in between your legs.
Okay. I am sure you're alive now. That is really good. I pet it.
It kind of nuzzles your hand and it just kind of sits down next to you. Kind of like it's surveying the area. It's just sitting there right next to your lap, right next to your leg, and just kind of scanning.
Have you been watching the whole time?
It kind of looks up at you, then looks ahead again.
Still need to give you a name.
It lays down, curls its tail around its side, and just kind of does the little cat loaf thing.
Craig drops to his knees. Woo, kitty! And starts trying to crawl to pet him.
Slow down. Slow down. It's alright. No, you can.
I want to pet him.
Yeah, slow. Slow.
Cat starts to kind of come up to you a little bit, Crag, and it reaches its head out to sniff your hand. It puts its head down, allowing you to pet it.
Oh, okay. I scratch between his ears. Lightly.
It starts to purr, and it comes walking up to you, sits down next to you.
I want to try to pick him up.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Oh, okay. And I ask where the hell the cat came from.
It was guarding an egg. And it just happens to follow me around. She is
When he said egg, I'm gonna like get really confused and just start slowly like looking around and staring.
An egg is a thing that like babies come from.
Yeah, it's the egg Karma has.
Yeah.
Scion, give me a... Were you circling the cat, Arme?
I assume because the cat is near Craig and so I'm kind of like walking like generally around ish, trying to like get a view of this egg.
As you're walking around it, you'll start to notice the fur on its back starts to stand up a little bit, and its eyes kind of just go down and start staring at you, following your every movement.
Arme, go away. Doesn't like you.
Wouldn't be the first thing. I'll just like scare you away.
I start petting again. It's okay, little kitty.
Cat turns and walks away from you towards Scion, does its little brush up against his leg, and disappears.
Don't be sad. She's a little moody sometimes.
Oh, it doesn't like me, Arme. Oh, it doesn't like you. Oh, it didn't run away from me.
You made it run away, Arme.
I
Twice.
left. You were touching it.
It ran
I'd
away
like to
from
go
me
look
twice.
at the rock that was near the end of the clearing.
On top of the rock, you see little spattered bits of food, some wine jugs sitting there tipped over, flowers kind of spread all across, and a golden chalice in the middle filled with some of the water from the rocks that were in front, the little stream that was trickling down it.
I'd like to go grab what food is there and munch on it.
Yeah, go for it. It's all safe, just little scraps of meat, some, meat pies, some fruit, little pieces of bread, some vinaigrette, a little bit of oil, some spices, and some seasonings.
You said that just right. Oh.
Yep, I'm gonna go munch on food.
Is he munching loud enough for me to hear him munching?
It depends on how close you are to him. Killa, before we continue with that, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Killa. Okay, thank you. Fuck you for your 20. Pen, you being near it,
That
you
builds
can
up resistance.
you can smell that food, and you kind of like turning your head towards it, you can hear the ravenous eating of the rat that's just over there by the stone table.
I am going to full send over for the food.
Okay.
As Penetrator starts running, I'm gonna jolt and I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay.
I want to look around the area for various remnants that seem obviously magical, and I want to investigate those things.
In the area, there are random put out fires, little bits of food, some glasses or cups, you could say, just kind of littered about. As far as anything else material, it was a ceremony. It's been cleared out. There have been no remnants of what even seems like people were there. The tracks from the cart aren't even showing up as it was coming up to it. The grass is all still upright. You can't see any depressions in the grass from people walking around. It's like the area hadn't been inhabited if it wasn't for the little fires that are all over the place put out.
And they're not in any kind of arrangement or anything.
Not at all. The centerpiece of the whole area is that stone table.
I would like to go up to that and actually specifically investigate it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna a little bit follow you in the general direction of where you're headed, but
Investigation or
yeah.
perception?
Investigation.
Okay.
Badger privately rolled some dice.
Oh. I want to keep that roll. Damn. Just kidding.
Give me a second to consult the notes. Alright. As you walk up to the stone table and you start to walk around it and examine it, on the edge of the table, you see these Roman numerals 1 through 8 repeating all the way around the table. On the top, it's very smooth. Everything that was described before. Underneath it, you don't see anything either. It's stone slab on top of stone legs. just with the etchings and the edge all the way around it, 1 through 8, over and over and over and over again.
I would like to start a detect magic ritual, mostly at the thing. I want to see if I can get like a school or anything like that.
Okay. How you want to do the ritual?
Let's say it takes like some powders out of like some bags, sprinkle some stuff around, stand in the middle of it, draw some lines in the dirt, and then, you know, ninja hand signals.
As you start to perform this ritual and you complete your preparations with the little dusting all around, the arcane sigils you wind up drawing in the ground around it, and as you're standing in the middle trying to channel this energy into this, you feel this type of deep, old magic coming from this. Not like you felt when you first came to Piristrad, that enchantment that was in the air. This is ancient magic. This is magic of the gods that you're feeling. You can't quite ascertain where it's from or which god this goes to, but that magic that you feel, you know that if you try to focus too long on it, it's going to have some negative effects on you. How long do you want to investigate this and try to detect?
Let me see if I can find the detect magic proper.
No, let's not worry about the spell.
Well, I want to know like what the max is. Concentration up to 10. Okay. I'd say a couple minutes, but no more than 4. And if it starts to cause pain, I will stop.
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, during your time, as I said, you're able to feel that this is some just ancient, deep magic that is just imbued in this table. The table was crafted, but it wasn't crafted magically. It seems that these etchings in the side were done after it was placed there and created, and somehow this energy that is within it was pushed into it and created by entities much more powerful than yourself. As you start to reach the 4-minute mark, you start to feel this searing pain in the back of your skull. And then it starts to spread to your spine. And it goes down your neck, all the way down your back, down your tail to its very end. And you feel this electrostatic energy curling through your fingers. And your vision starts to go white. As you pull away from it, you're stuck there for a second, not detecting anymore, but you can't see anything for the next 3 to 4 minutes. And as your vision starts to come back, the feeling in your limb starts to come back and the pain subsides, but touching that has done something.
Okay. I'm just gonna be over there, like, struggling with my staff while y'all do whatever.
What are the rest of you doing? Are all of you going to get food and do the food thing, or are you going to sit down and chat amongst yourselves? What are we doing?
I sent you a DM.
Okay.
Crag's looking for food.
I'm gonna walk around the perimeter, go into the forest like 10 feet, and walk around the circle, come back, and
You're walking into the forest outside the circle of trees?
just a few feet, and then walking back in.
I need a constitution saving throw from you. As you walk into the trees and you're kind of looking around to, see whatever it is that you can see, try to pull some type of information from it, those same familiar scents that came to you while you were in the cart start to come back. All the sweet scents of the flowers and the fresh air and the sounds start to cloud your mind, and as you turn around and start to walk back, the scents trailing you, and you kind of struggle for a minute, and you fall down to one knee, and you just kind of shrug it off. And as you're coming to, you hear in the back of your mind, "Don't upset Daddy." And as it goes away and you start to come to and the fog dissipates, you're back in the clearing, you're safe, you're awake, and you see your friends in front of you.
Any of you hear that?
Huh?
Hear what?
I turn around. Said, "Don't upset Daddy."
Oh, it's about time somebody recognizes me. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's you? Playing a trick again?
No, I'm not dirty. Can I go attempt to? Yeah, I want to go look at the table.
Okay.
You said that there was.
Roman numerals 1 through 8 on the edge, etched over and over and over again, all the way around the edge of the table.
Mm. 1 through 8. Okay. Cool beans.
All right, is everybody just gathering food, doing that stuff, and sitting around the table and eating while Ziva tries to recover?
After picking through the food on the tables to find meat mostly, or bread, I'll go check on Ziva and ask if she found anything.
I'm gonna munch on a big old hunk of meat as
Okay.
well.
If I see him walk over to Zeb, I'm gonna walk over also. If that's within the time frame of him coming back.
You'll walk up and you'll see her clearly very heavily leaning on her staff.
You alright?
You said you asked her if she found anything?
Yep.
You did.
Indeed.
A little breathlessly, she's gonna look at the table, shake her head and just say, I don't know, whatever magic they're doing here, it's old, probably dangerous, and I don't know.
Do you need...
Oh, you're old, right? I'm gonna point at the table.
She's gonna shake her head and just say, it's older than him.
I'm only a few hundred years old. Not a few thousand. Though, then again. I will go... Alright, you have directed me towards the table. I will head towards the table. I will see if I know anything about what's going on.
Are you going up and touching the table?
Yes.
I am also going to go examine the table, but from behind him, not getting in his way.
Okay.
I'm going to run my hand around the edge over the Roman numerals, as you said they were on the edges, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run my hand along it. I'm going to look on the... After going around it once, I'm going to look on the sides and then look underneath, see if there's anything else written, carved.
Who else is over there at the table? Is it just Penetrator and you?
I mean, I guess I would be nearby. I don't know. I mean, I went to look at it, but that was all I
They're
did.
eating on it, is the other question.
My question is just examining it, you're going up and you just kind of brushed your hands across the numerals, right?
Yes.
Okay. What you see as you walk up to it and as you brush your hand across the numerals all around and you just kind of brush, what you will notice, and this is only noticeable to you, you start to see a faint blue hum on the top of the table, and these arcane sigils start to appear, 8 of them, sporadically across the table. And in the middle, you see what looks like a place for a fang and some other nondescript figures that are above it. 8 arcane sigils spread around a place where it looks where you like an indentation where you would place some type of fang of sorts, and other nondescript images that are above it. And as you take your hand off of the table and you look at it, everything fades, the table goes back to normal. No glow, no nothing. Everything is back the way it was.
Pen, did you see that?
See what?
Come over here and run your hand where I had done.
I am going to do my best to imitate his motions to the T.
Pen, what you see is you see the indentation for the fang. You see what looks like a picture of armor above it. And right above that, another nondescript little image. From what you can see, it's a very small humanoid-looking image. No arcane sigils, just those 3 images.
You saw the like slots with the symbols, right? Like the 3 of them?
No, I had 8 sigils. And a place to put looked like an indentation for a fang.
But just one indentation?
Yes.
Ziva,
She's
Come-
gonna sort of hobble over.
come dust the edge of this real quick.
She's gonna use her other hand to imitate them.
Ziva, as you go to touch it, that same pain revisits you.
I'm gonna yank my hand back.
As you step back, you cannot see. Your vision is gone for we don't know how long. But that pain lingers this time as you step back, huffing in agony, just kind of looking around, and it's just darkness.
She's not
Ziva?
gonna respond.
That looked like a bad reaction.
Are you okay, Ziva?
Well, yeah, it hurts.
Is there anything I can do?
Not likely. You know, magical healing if you want to try it, but I suspect nothing we know is gonna make this any better.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds on her to see if she needs.
Okay.
So what did you see while I'm doing this?
I didn't get to see anything. You said you saw sigils and Penetrator saw some indentations. She's gonna kind of noticeably fumble a little into one of her pouches and give her notebook and tell him to try and write down some of the symbols that he saw.
Okay.
As you pass this over to him, we are going to go to the other group outside of the Thornhill door. I'm going to repeat that one more time. We're going to go back to the other group outside of the Thornhill door. At the time of Ziva's second interaction with the table, as she did the brush and she stepped back with that pain. As that happened, and as the Thornhill group sitting there around the bridge looking and wondering what the hell was going on from William disappearing, as the other Ziva touched it here on the bridge, that visage of William reappears screaming in agony. like he's writhing in pain, and he collapsed to the ground. And you know how, like, in Star Wars, when Vader kills Obi-Wan and, like, the robe just kind of goes? Very much that just happened on the bridge. Best way for me to explain that.
Oh no.
I'm
But
gonna
now
walk
the group
over and kick it with
around
my foot.
the group around the bridge. We are now there with them. After William has just disappeared while screaming in agony, leaving his robes in a crumpled pile on the bridge.
I wish to Darth Vader step on it. Make sure.
There's nothing in it. It's just an empty robe at this point. A very old, frayed, gray cloth robe.
I look at my tatters. This looks like a good robe. Pick it up, shake it off.
Any good loot in there?
No remorse.
Is there anything in the anything in the pockets?
Check the pocket. See if brochure is still there.
The brochure is in fact still there.
Should give to
With
Saab.
a
He's had interest.
I will need that brochure.
With a full script of the description of Thornhill. No pictures, nothing. Literally just words. And above you see, say this. All the way through. 2 pages worth of information on Thornhill.
Well, Hirokama, I
Oh,
got.
thank you. I'm gonna take the hell out of
I'm
that.
holding it out while looking through the other part of it. Like,
Yeah.
is there anything else in here?
I'm gonna
Looks
grab
good.
that. Putting that
I'm
in my
gonna
inventory.
take off the tatters that I haven't put the robe on.
So now we're just stealing from the dead.
He's dead. He doesn't.
Does that
No
really
bud.
surprise you, though?
Have we not been doing that the whole time?
What she said. Besides,
Okay.
you guys are tired of me wearing all these rags. This is just an upgrade.
The
Are
dead
we-
guy didn't need it.
No longer rare. Free stuff.
Are we sure he's dead? I mean, he just disappeared.
I'm sure.
Close enough.
I just kicked it. He's not there anymore.
He might
mean-
show up looking different
I
later.
just
Who knows?
kicked.
Maybe he wanted us to have it. Specifically.
You guys gotta, like I said, you guys gotta be tired of me looking like a half-hidden corpse.
I don't think the robe fixes that for you, bud.
I don't know. I'm kind of.
Well, I mean, it looks a lot better than the tattered rags.
You look excellent.
Thank you. Besides, this will help me in my pursuit of interaction with others. It'll help a little bit, I hope.
Make sure to talk before walking up on people, otherwise they get scared. Big rule in being friendly.
True. But I haven't seen
Yeah, be careful, Aquila. He'll shoot you in the back.
Or front, or side. Any way possible.
As you are here in the area, that door to Thornhill is over to the left, basically to the left of where Karma is standing. Where you see that bush in the corner, that doorway is still there from what you had all had seen when you completed the bell puzzle.
Well, on the Thornhill? Oh, wait. Is Craig
I
awake
don't
yet?
see William coming back for an encore.
Yep.
Wonder why he was screaming.
It's a little insensitive.
Could it have actually been a ghost? Well, actually, this robe is real.
I mean, earlier we were told he was dead.
True. Yeah, but Pen, should we go to Thornhill or do we continue on?
As you were trying to figure out your wording, Penn just walked over to the portal. Didn't go through it, just walked over to it.
Yeah, Craig's already on his way.
Craig's awake. Everybody's here. we have Arme?
I'm here. I'm just trailing behind slowly.
You all going through the door?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Me. And Craig just kind of pushes everybody aside and runs to the front.
As you walk up to the door, you grab those brass handles and you pull it open. You see the shimmering doorway. On the other side of it, you see what looks like a bustling town. Cottages lining the side of the street, little storefronts. You see a florist. You see someone sitting there with some baked goods. You see some meat hanging. You see an alchemist sitting there on the side trying to whip up some stuff, and a whole group of people just walking back and forth. And you can't hear anything, but from what you're seeing, everyone's all happy-go-lucky, enjoying their life, and just living. What are you guys gonna do?
Walk through the door.
I'm gonna push Crag through it.
Okay. They stumble through the door.
In what order are you guys going through?
I'm following Crag immediately.
I'm following Pen immediately.
I'll tag after.
I'm bringing up the rear.
Alright, I'll be in front of Karma then, I guess.
Oh, yes. I mean, what?
I guess I'll be one of the last
I'm not
ones,
safe in
but-
front of anybody in this party at this point, like, it really doesn't matter.
I'm just an artist.
As you go to stroll through the door, and you take a step, and what you would think you would walk through this portal and be amongst those people in the bustling city street. The door behind you slams closed, fades from existence, and you're walking. And just walking. And it doesn't seem like it's getting any closer. You're just in this perpetual state of constantly walking, and it seems like it's getting further away from you. And you're walking, and you start to hear the storm clouds form, and you hear the thunder, and you see the lightning. It starts getting louder and more intense. The crack of the thunder, the flash of the lightning going, and you start to hear this torrential downpour all around you. And suddenly it stops. It's quiet. It's a little too quiet.
Pause. We hear it? Do we feel it?
No.
We don't feel the rain, we just hear it.
Yes.
Okay.
I need each of you to make a perception check, please. Killa, with your keenly trained fucking sniper eyes, you're able... Motherfucker. You and Arme
I can't get mine to go.
Elven eyes.
are able to see,
Sorry.
from looking at the doorway in front of you, as you walk through that doorway and you saw that city street with the cottages and the people walking, as you're strolling through this empty space, that image in front of you starts to shift, and you see a bustling town, and you see a wooded forest, and you see smoke and fire and rain and storms. You see a volcano erupting. You see a room full of bells. You see a white library. You see the volcano again, the city again, and an emerald city that you haven't seen before. And it stops in the bustling city, and as you start to get closer and closer to it, and you finally reach it, and you step through, and you come through the other end, it's not a bustling city anymore. It's a vastly different setting. You still see the cottages on the side, but instead of it bustling with people and the vibrant colors and the energy that was in the air, you see signs hanging from the windows. You see tattered little market storefronts just crumpled in front of these little empty buildings. And in the distance, you hear a snarl. And as you take a look and you see at the end of this city street where the crumpled down little pillars are from the archway, you see a clawed paw step in. A second one. The head comes around, just snarling with these red eyes and just drool coming out of it. This rabidly hungry looking beast. And it comes around the corner and it just brings itself to its full upright stance. Arms down by its side, head tilted down, just staring at you. You've made it. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. He fucking Mosins!
Since we ended it, I wanted to tease you.
All right, so for the recording, we're going to say thank you, everyone. Appreciate all of you coming to hang out, and thank you, players. I love you guys. I know this was a little bit different and a slightly confusing session, but you guys did fucking phenomenally. I love you all. That was great. So, everyone, we'll see you all on the next one. We'll wave goodbye for the recording, and stream will still be here for a couple minutes after.